The carriage has arrived and our trunks are packed with more than just silk and lace. Today, we leave the familiar gates of the manor behind for a journey to the continent. Join me as we embark on a Paris promenade, a honeymoon told in 4 chapters of ink and light. Our new collection has finally arrived, and I believe it shall quite literally take your breath away. Bienvenue à Paris. Welcome to Paris. I'm Asara, and if you have been longing for a shift in palette, you are in for a treat. We are trading our Regency pinks for the most sophisticated Parisian blues. This collection is a narrative of our time on the continent. From the steam-filled stations of the Gare du Nord to moonlit bows upon the Seine. Now do take note. The Manor gates open for new creative sessions twice a week, every Tuesday and Friday. If you choose to accompany me on this promenade, I promise you this. By the time our season concludes, you shall hold not just a stack of papers, but a fully completed heirloom journal in your hands. To ensure no one loses their way, I have curated all our future lessons into a single playlist. Think of it as your personal map through the manor, allowing you to return to any chapter with ease. So do be sure to subscribe and ring the little bell. It is, after all, the only way to ensure the footman alerts you the very moment our next chapter arrives. Should you wish to procure these very same patterns and papers for your own journal, you will find a full inventory list tucked discreetly within the description box below. In this video, we are working with the Paris Promenade collection, which is available in our Etsy boutique. If you are watching this video on your TV, here's the QR code for this collection. Simply pause this video, open your phone camera app, and hold it up to the QR code and then click the link. Today, I shall walk you through every page, every petal, and every postcard of this new collection. So, are you excited to see what's in this new collection? I'm sure I am. So let's begin our promenade. We begin at the threshold of adventure. Can you hear the rattle of the steam era train? Our trunks are laden with travel stickers, each one a promise of miles ahead. Step out into the sepia-toned grandeur of the Gare du Nord. The air is different here, electric and old all at once. Our first steps onto Parisian cobblestones are hesitant, yet full of wonder. Before the city swallows us whole, we find sanctuary. A sidewalk cafe, blue porcelain cups, and the scent of spring blossoms overhead. Our first toast to Paris. Now the rhythm of the city begins. We promenade down the Champs-Élysées, where the fashion of the world seems to gather under the wide blue sky. But one must dress for such a city. We stop at the modiste to select the finest silks and intricate trims. A gown for the opera, a ribbon for the hair. Here, every creation is a masterpiece. And of course, the famous Parisian fragrances are ready to be applied. We gather armfuls of pastel blooms and lavender, bound tightly with beautiful ribbons, as a trailing scent behind us like a silk scarf. We climb higher to Montmartre. Here we set up our easels and paint the rooftops of Paris, capturing the way the morning mist climbs to the chimneys. Then we simply wander. To walk the streets of Paris is to read a love letter written in the cobblestones of the narrow streets of Paris. The city grows quiet as we slip into the halls of the Louvre. Surrounded by classical statues and gilded frames, we find ourselves whispering as if in a cathedral of art. The afternoon sun finds us at the Jardin de Luxembourg. We claim 2 green iron chairs by the fountain, the perfect spot for sketching and sharing our most private thoughts. And here we are tempted yet again by the fine baked goods of Paris. A moment of pure indulgence. Blue macarons, resting on lace doilies, a sweet, quiet interlude before the city calls us back. We pass through the winding streets once more, pausing for the whimsical spin of a carousel and the silent, towering grace of Notre Dame. Paris is a collection of moments, isn't it? As dusk falls, we stand upon the Bridge of Promises. Here, a ribbon is exchanged, a locket is closed, and a vow is whispered over the reflections in the sand. Returning to our rooms, the candlelight flickers. We dip our pens into blue ink, pouring our hearts onto stationery and postcards that smells of the day's roses and lavender. At the post office, we apply the vintage stamps. These letters and postcards are our hearts, being sent back to our family and friends to wait for our return. One last embrace beneath the lanterns. Sacré-Cœur is a shadow in the distance, and the streets are paved with starlight. And so the promenade concludes. Back at the station, we board our train. We leave Paris, but we carry the blue of her skies and romance in our hearts forever. But do not let the beauty of the boulevards distract you entirely. As we move into the quiet, clandestine mornings of the Louvre and the gardens, I have a few surprises tucked within these museum halls that I haven't shown a soul. Stay with me, for the most intimate details of our journey are just ahead. In this kit, we have 24 total journal pages. And then, of course, we have much, much more. Keep watching, because you ain't seen nothing yet. Much more to come. I must say, this journal collection was pure joy to create, and I hope it shines through in every page. So now, let's move on to background pages, pockets, tags, envelopes, fuzzy cuts. The whole collection is ready for you to view. So we have horizontal background pages, and we have a total of 26, because I like to add a couple of basic pages as well. So here we have our background pages. Enjoy! Oh, I like this little bird. Here we have a more neutral background page, which is always good to have. And a sketch of the Eiffel Tower. And just a beautiful, delicate design of the rooftops. And of course, the ironwork that Paris is so famous for. And another vintage sketch of the Eiffel Tower as background, so delicate. And here we have a very large postcard with extra stamps here, vintage stamps. And this is a very nice page as it goes here in the journal, in the signature. And you have these two pretty blue flowers. And more beautiful flowers and script. And here we have another variation of a postcard. Oh, how pretty. And here we have some stripes and more beautiful flowers. I wanted to add a touch of pink in it, so it is not only blue and cream. Another beautiful flourish design, and I layered different designs. And another variation of the postcard design. It is just so pretty and so nice to collage with. And here a bold flower design. And of course, a variation of a damask wallpaper design. And another more neutral page, the backgrounds. And here a little bit of a traveling background. And I like to include this in the collection. Of course, this is such a good background staple to have. You can other pages with this. And also, it is actually a nice page to have in your journal as well, to have just a more neutral canvas to really collage with. And the famous rooftops, of course, of Paris. The architecture is just so stunning there. Oh, the pretty ironwork and balcony. Balconies are highly sought after, of course, in Paris, as living space is so limited. So a little balcony goes a long way for a Parisian. And here we have some letters and ephemera here, and some pretty designs. Oh, I love this page. That was also a lot of fun to make. And as I always like to do, I like to add a couple of actual writing pages in my journal. This is a different kit. This is the Elegant Lined Pages. It's a very nice little add-on that you can add to your journaling adventure. And if you have been with me already for a while, you might already have this particular package. So I always like to print at least 4 of these elegant lined papers, and I have the link in the description below for those. And then I have backed them up with these neutral background pages. So these are 26 of the horizontal background pages. And then we have also 26 vertical background pages, because we may or may not use them for the journal cover. I have to decide. I have a nice fabric bundle, but it also might turn out that I might just go with one of these. So it's all a creative process, and you, of course, are welcome to do the same. Just follow me along in this series, and we will figure it all out together in the end. So here's how I print out everything. I open my PDF file and I print out all of the journal pages. Then I flip them around in the printer and I print out all of the background pages. And so I print them all on regular printer paper. These vertical background pages, I'm printing them on cardstock. And on the back, I'm printing this page from the vertical background pages. And that is in that same PDF file. So the same thing, I print out the entire PDF file of the vertical pages, and then I flip it around and I print this on the back. Ah, this just makes my heart sing. So pretty. So this is one, so it's nice extended, and as I said, the vertical pages are great for using for journal covers, but we will also use these pages, of course, in our upcoming videos for special projects. So they have a very important use. So this is one of those pages from the vertical kit. This is the neutral page. Then we have the travel page here. And we have these neutral pages, which can be easily used for pockets or anything else, of course. And so I added to each of the horizontal designs. So this postcard here has now a flower border, and sometimes I cut off this and I use these for side pockets or belly bands or side tucks, and then use the center. Oh, how pretty. And again, we have here some nice borders here, and in the center, this pretty postcard. So what is your first impression? Oh, and here we have the 2 birds in there, and of course some nice borders. You could print this out and hang it on the wall. Just frame it. This you can use for these very skinny journals if you like. Another one of the delicate sketches. More of the ironwork. And here again we have some nice borders here. Oh, how delicate. This is so delicate. The rooftops. How pretty. I had to add another bird here. I love birds. And flowers. And lace. And ribbons. And here we have another beautiful border here. And more rooftops. Oh, and our beautiful fleur-de-lis design. As well as here, little fleur-de-lis. And some script and lace. And another balcony. So pretty with the ironwork that you can see everywhere in Paris. And here, this is our last vertical page here with this beautiful letters and ephemera design. So beautiful. Yes. So 26 pages of these beautiful designs. And then we have 15 pages of our add-on kit number 1. And we have here some beautiful ephemera. And I printed on the back of them. I printed this for journaling space. Beautiful cards and ephemera. And here, more cards. Oh, how pretty. Ugh, I had the croissant. Oh, I invite you one time to have real French croissants. So this here can be used for the front cover of the journal if you like. And then this one here can go on the back side of the journal cover. This is the design you would like to go for. We have here some more caps and the fan. And more cards, of course. I wanted to make sure that you have plenty of cards and tags and so forth and ephemera. So I increased this particular add-on kit with a few more pages of these cards because I had some requests for that, and I think, why not? One can never have too many of these. And we have, of course, some beautiful envelopes again. Here, some more. Another little tag. Ah, isn't it stunning? How beautiful. The Louvre. Beautiful. And more amazing, beautiful envelopes and another card. And of course, big Eiffel Tower. And some pockets here, of course, and some more cards. And some more pockets that are a little bit more neutral, so they can be decorated and collaged on. And here is add-on kit 2, 11 pages. So here we have some large tags. And here on the back, I printed the lined papers. And I have linked that below as well. So if you like to write on your tags on the back, then you can back your tags with those lined pages. Oh, how pretty. And I added more tags to this kit as well. So we have here these beautiful tags. Oh, how lovely. And some more colorful pockets. These are the waterfall pockets, so you can stack them nicely. And the same here, just with a different design. And some tabs, of course. And more tags and journaling space. Again, like I said, they're all backed with the lined pages. More cards. They can also be used as pockets if you are running out of pockets. But these are beautiful parts that can be used for journaling. Here's some more. Sin and Montmartre. Some little ephemera pieces, of course, as well. that goes so nicely in all the little tuck spaces. And we have our postcards with some lavender, these beautiful street lights, the Eiffel Tower, and here the Louvre. And I think this are really very useful as well for journaling and for your journal. And for any other use, you might just send this postcard to somebody. And what's a journal without fuzzy cats? I have created 15 pages of fuzzy cats. And these are very easy to either cut out, perhaps when you're watching TV in the evenings or when you simply want to relax and quiet your mind. But you can also easily put them in the Brother Scan and Cut or into your Cricut and then easily have them cut out for you if that's easier for you. So these are 15 pages of beautiful, easy to cut fuzzy cuts. So I have a nice, easy cutting border, but I wanted to make sure that you have them. And on the back of it, again, I printed this page from the background pages. So that makes it very nice looking whenever you use them, because there are also some nice large ones and you can use them in any which way you prefer. And of course we need some lavender. And here is either a nice card, a picture frame, or whatever else you like to create. Perfume, some of the beautiful doorways that are so famous in Paris, some hats, some baguette, and more buildings, and some beautiful Arc de Triomphe and easel and Eiffel Tower, and more of these beautiful designs, ephemera also. Oh, and then I love these beautiful medallions and more ephemera little tags. A label here. And more frames. I had some requests for that and I hope you enjoy them as well. Oh, and some more ephemera pieces and medallions. How pretty. Hydrangea. And of course a bird. I hope you like birds. And more ephemera. You can write on those also if you want to make a little note for a chapter or for a particular page. And I added a little bit of color, and since this design is the Victorian style, I wanted to hint a little bit at the developments of the Victorian era. And the street lights that are so pretty. A little notebook cover. Macarons, of course, and some more tags and some lavender. Here, this beautiful street light and the first station wagons here. Another suitcase here. Oh, how pretty. And so, our first stroll through the City of Light concludes. This collection is now waiting for you in our Etsy boutique, ready to begin its own story in your hands. But our journey is just beginning. Do ensure your glue pots are filled and your fuzzy cut scissors are sharp. This Tuesday, we shall sit together at the Manor to assemble our first treasure from this trip. I am so excited to launch the full Paris Promenade collection today. And as a thank you for visiting the Manor, I've also created a matching mini keepsake booklet. And you can download it for free right now. It is designed to tuck perfectly inside the pockets of the main journal. Until then, keep your hearts open and your stitches tight. Yours in lace and ribbons, and with much love, Asara. Good day.